If you want to bring it, you better come fully prepared, bringing your AA game with your AAA batteries.
Hi, how y'all doing? I'm Too Cold Scorpio, aka real name Charles Skaggs, other known as the only ultimate high flyer in the world, the inventor of the 450, the inventor, dropped the bomb, backflip 1.5 into the leg drop, booyah!
My name is Al Snow. I'm a former WWE superstar, ECW star, head trainer for Tough Enough. Now work for TNA, and I'm also a magician for the blind.
There's a lot of small shows in Florida, and I mean, just look at it from a marketing perspective. If you walk into a store to go buy a pair of jeans, there's a $300 pair of jeans, there's the $5 pair of jeans, and there's the $20, $30, $40 pair of jeans. Well, maybe you can't afford the $300 pair of jeans, and then you're thinking, well, the $5 pair, that's pretty cheap, but the $30, $40 pair, I deserve the $30, $40 pair. I'm gonna get a decent pair of jeans. I'm not gonna pay the BS of the $300 pair. I'm not gonna bottom feed myself on the $5 pair. So wrestling shows are kind of like that. You know, you can't just have a bunch of little backyard kids running around calling it a wrestling show.
This is a business. It is driven on attendance. The wrestler's job is not to have a great match. His job is to have a match that generates ticket sales. If he does not generate ticket sales, then that means that the promoter does not make back his investment or more money on it so that he can now have money to reinvest and run another show. That is how it works. It is not just to go out there and get a critical acclaim from you, the fan. It is to get you and as many other people to go, wow, I am motivated to now pay my money to see that person again.
You know, if you advertise it right, you bring in the right guys that happen to show up and not back out, then, you know, of course, you know, if you promote it right, you can have a hell of a show and you can build it where, hey, guys are having fun, they love to come out, and they love to work for the promoter, because the bottom line is in this business nowadays, you want to get paid. If you pay me, I'm going to be there this time, every time, and then after.
You know, I've been around a little while and a lot of regional promotions and international and so on, and you know, PWX has a very new school feel mixed with old school attitude. It's got a lot of guys like Big Vito who've been around the world, back again, WWE, TNA, WCW, world champion, so on and so forth, up and down the line. Guys like myself who are scratching and clawing and biting and fighting their way to the top. Peanuts and bragging rights. PWX is where you got to start.
Yeah, I mean, politics are rampant in entertainment. Wrestling is entertainment, so, you know, you walk into that, you know, minefield, you're tippy-toeing on eggshells and landmines, so.
You know, I mean, that's the problem that you run into. You know, it's hard to find guys that's gotten out of the business that still love doing what they love to do. You know, you'll still find a handful of us, you know, that's out there in the business that love to go out and give 110%. It doesn't matter whether it's on the indies or whether it's in the big times. You know what I'm saying? You're still going to find that handful of wrestlers that will go out there and give you everything they've got.
I wrestled for Frank Goodman. It's been a long time since I wrestled for him, but he brought me in when I was working with TNA in the early years, and Frank gave me an opportunity up in Long Island, and we've remained in contact ever since.
So tonight, for all the ladies out there, watch out, because we're coming, because possibly you could be sleeping with the champs. Gotta go.